Hey everyone, in this video I'll be replacing my whole suspension. So the front suspension and the rear suspension. So it's gonna be quite a show. I'm doing multiple projects at the same time. For example, I am also installing a sound deadener because might as well be proactive and install that. So it's going to be crazy. So first thing first, we're gonna take off the suspension and then we'll do a comparison of the old ones to the new ones. All right, so the plan is to get these coilovers off. So first thing we need to do is I got some rust penetration. I got the WD-40 version of it. So just gonna spray those there. Get that bolt over there. All right, also don't forget these little bad boys. Cool, we'll let those soak and gonna do that for all 4 coilovers. And under the hoods, we will do these bolts as well. Give them like a little spray. There we are. There we go. Make sure to get a bottle that is compatible with the straw. Unfortunately, this nozzle right here is not compatible with it, so it makes a pretty big mess, unfortunately. All right, looking at the driver's side, front, and we're gonna take this off. So we're gonna start. Let's start with these ones, the sway bar link and the lines. This one I believe is 17, and it's a 17. And we're gonna need a Allen wrench and a wrench there. So unfortunately, it's so rusted. I stripped it out trying to get this bolt off, and it looks like I'll have to grind it off and get a new sway bar link. So kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I'll be cutting it right there. there we go. Let's cut it off. It's gonna be super hot. All right, we are going to take this off now. There's that first line. This is also another line right there. There we are. And we want to get this clip off as well. And we are ready to do these bolts. Got 22 millimeter. There we are. First one off. And I'm gonna get something to hold this up. Sorry, you can't see. You're gonna hold something to hold the disc brake up. All right, I got a paint can to hold it up. And we'll take off this next bolt. There we are. Now all we need to do is do the top bolts to get it off. All right, so we're at the top, driver's side still. Don't touch this bolt because that is the coilover. I'll release the suspension and it'll explode. It will not be good for you. So we want to do these three right here. These are 14 millimeters. Here's one. Two. And there's the third one. All right, and everything's all loose, and this should just be able to come out. And there it is. There's the suspension. Coilover. So, gonna cut this off as well. By the looks of it, I think I'll have to replace all of them since they're all super rusty, which is And there you are. That's the sway bar link. It's very hot. Don't touch it with the bare hands. First I did cut into here, but it doesn't seem like it's quite the integrity. So there you go. Now we're ready for the new suspension. So now we are on the passenger side, the front still, and we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna have to cut this off, and exact same bolts, exact same sizes. So pretty easy. So we'll get this cut off. All right, got that off. Let's get these bolts off. This one, I believe, is 12. Yep, that one's your 12. And we'll switch over to the 22. Oh, let me take this clip off too. On the bottom. Let the compressor fill up. Cool. There it is. Suspension is free. So let's do the top now. All right, so 14 millimeter again. Don't touch the middle bolt. And there it is, it's gone. Okay, it is time to take it out. And there is strut number 2. And now we'll move on to the rear. See there, that's the SR4577, SR4576. I don't know exactly which one's the left and which one's the right. I think I'll be able to figure out when we open this box. Unfortunately, some damage to the box. All right. So here's a new one. This is nice and heavy. So that's the first front one. And here's the second one. That's our 4576. It comes with installation instruction. Secure, lift the vehicle, remove the wheel, remove brake line from start assembly. Yeah, so this is just the installation instructions. So we will take a look at that for sure. One didn't come with that one, so oh well. Okay, so I figured it out without having to look online which one's which. You can tell just by cross-referencing with the other one. So I've taped this one. This one's the passenger side, and you can see by this bracket right here that is the exact same thing with this bracket. You can also tell that this is for the right front because it has right, the little R right there on the bracket. So that's one way you can decipher which one's which. And same thing for this one. Bracket is on the same side here, and they have L right here as well for left. So when I lift these two, this new one feels heavier, and I can immediately notice that when you take a look at the boot when the spring is fully compressed, or the strut, this boot is super loose. You can see the cylinder. This one, it's covering the whole thing without having to compress. So that's really nice to see, because that shows that this should be able to protect more from debris. And you can can see on this side as well. Exact same thing with the boot. You can also immediately tell the color. Nice black, brand new, nice and clean, all rusty. This has put on 210,000 kilometers on it. So lots of dirt. It's pretty gross, this one right here, or the old ones. So this driver front one, this is the one that failed. You can see where right there it snapped off the coil, and you can see here that it's this coil right here is nicely wrapped around there. So yeah, this looks very nice, this one right here, and can't wait to get the new ones on. Alright, so let's take a look at the rear struts. So the last thing to unbox are these sway bar links. This one's the cheaper model. It's sealed in the plastic bag. And this one uses the same system of bolt and Allen key. These are just protector caps, these plastic pieces. I'll take them off when I'm doing the install. And then we got the more expensive one, the $80 one. And this one comes with grease valves on with it. So if you wanted to re-grease your sway bar links, then you're able to do that. So there they are there. And there's the nipple, grease nipples. Can't move these ones because of the cab, but yeah, you can tell these ones are quite similar in size. But when you bring this one over, this one is thick. The rod is a lot thicker than this one right here. I've never had any of these snap. It's always been the problem with the boot. So it is what it is. So we'll get these nipples installed here. Is tight, so I'm gonna have to get a ratchet for that. Looks to be very small, maybe a 10 or 8 millimeter, and that's how it would look like, pretty much the nipples. All right, now let's get the suspension installed. All right, got the new suspension. I'll take off these top bolts right here. We are going to be starting on the driver's side. Driver's side front, and this driver's side front is the SR4577 from Coil. So we'll put it up in here. I have a bungee cord here that's in the way. It's just holding up my disc from falling like that. So, now that it's out of the way, bolts on. Cool. So that's on. So I haven't tightened up the bolts at the top yet. They're just holding the coil. But you can see that it is twisted over to the right, and we would like it to be in the center. Cool thing about these coilovers is that these actually move with your disc, so that's why it's twisted like that. It's not straight. And what you can do is you can just grab these two middle brackets and you can just twist it until it's aligned, just like that. So now I'll be able to get the bolts onto here. And I'm just going to lift this on. And all I want to do is try to get these bolts in. Just like that. So we got the first one in. And there's the second one. The second one's a lot easier. And we'll just twist these on for now. Because next we want to tighten up the bolts on the top to torque spec. Okay, so these bolts are 14 millimeter. I'm just gonna quickly get them down using this. And we'll just keep going in circles until it feels tight on the hand. And then we'll torque them to 66 foot-pounds. Okay. So I got this at 110. I'm gonna bring it down to a 66. So that's 50. 66. So you can see there. 50, and then I've gone plus 16. So it's at 50 there, and then I've gone plus 16 to make it to 66. triple check. All right, now let's tighten up the bolts below. Okay, so time to tighten these bolts up, and I'm actually going to put some blue thread locker on, and it's not required. You can do it without it, but in my case, I'm going to do it just because. So I'm just going to put it on there. This one's the 19mm. Yeah, sorry, this is 22. This is the 22mm. So I got my 22mm here. We'll continue to put this on. At the moment, I am just going to be threading on until there's no gap, and then that's when I'll use my torque bar. All right. And we're going to put some thread locker in this one. All right. To get this up to torque spec, it is going to be 155 pounds of torque. So I got 150 plus 6 because I actually, for some reason, don't have a 5. So I'm going to do 156 pounds of torque on these nuts and bolts. If you have a smaller torque bar, it would prove beneficial. Ugh. I'll just double check both of them. you go. Strut is in place. Now it's time to put these on. So this gets clipped into the slots on the sides there. You can hear a nice audible click there. And so there's a little clip there. This needs to get threaded into this hole. So put this first. Oh no, this goes behind it. So this goes threads in there, and then this goes in front. And use your 10mm bolt to tighten this. And it is not threading. So let's see what the issue is. Okay, so it threads. Grab my 10mm. And there we are. Put it in good. And just a nice hand tighten. Nothing too hard. Don't want to be snapping bolts. Alright, and I'm just gonna do a final check of all the bolts are torqued. So these bottom ones down here. Perfect. And we'll just double check the top ones. Okay, so I went ahead and checked the top for the 66 pounds torque, and it was all good. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and put the stabilizer link on. So we're going to put it in the back because that's where they were installed originally. And just lift up this bar and it'll get you to the correct height. I'm also going to put some thread lock on this. Just a little dot. So this one's the more expensive one. I got 17. So it looks like it's already twisting, and I'll have to get another, I believe it's a 17 on the back. That's how it gets threaded in. Okay, I got the in there. Out. All right, so that's as much as we can do for that. Do the same thing on the bottom here. Not really a left-handed kind of guy. Oh. Cool. So there we are. I don't know the correct torque for that, but yeah, just tighten it with my hand, and I should be good, especially with the thread locker. So there we are. We're done with the driver front strut. Let's move on to the passenger side. All right, time to put the passenger side coilover on. Passenger side front. So perfect. Got those screws on, those nuts. Now it's time to put the other nuts below on. Okay, time to put this in. So that's where we need it to be. So we need to twist this to the right. So it's nice and straight. That was a lot easier to put in. Just do a bunch of wiggling. usually given in. Just like that. And for extra security, just gonna put the nuts there while we torque up the top nuts. So 14 millimeter, I'm gonna start with this one because this seems to have a lot of thread. Time to do the 66 pounds. Oh. And that's it. Top's done. And we're gonna tighten these bolts up. I'm going to put some thread locker. And same thing on the bottom. Oh, that was a lot. And time for a torque of 155 pounds. And double check. Perfect. And put the brake line on. So again, this goes in the middle first. Oh no, sorry. This goes in the middle first, and then this goes there. This is a 12 millimeter. And just good hand tighten. And it's time for the sway bar link. So I got the cheaper $60 one right here. I need to take off the covers. There we are. So this one has the option to either use a wrench or an Allen key. So there's the wrench part, and that's the Allen key part right there. So that's pretty nice. You have multiple options. Get those threaded in. And time to put the bolts on. So this one is a 17 millimeter, and I'm going to grab an Allen key. Looks like a 6. It's going to be a 5. Oh, nope, it is a 6. The good tighten. I can definitely tighten this way more than I could on the other side. So that's super convenient. And do the same thing on this side. I don't have to put the Allen key in yet. And I realized I forgot to put thread locker on, but because I can tighten this really nicely, I won't need it. And this one, oh yeah, didn't even need the Allen key. That's super nice. And there we go. That is it for the front. So you can see we have everything installed. We have a brand new coilover, which is pretty awesome. Hopefully these won't break like my other ones. And here's the driver's side. And they look pretty awesome. The black looks super nice, dude, super clean. Looks brand new. It's like a brand new car, almost. All right, it has been a couple weeks with the new suspension, and so far it is pretty awesome. It gets a little stiff initially, but once you take it on the drive and stuff like that, it loosens up. So. And it's back to that factory ride height, which is super nice. So thanks for watching this video. I hope it really helped you out. I appreciate you to like this video and also subscribe for more content like this. Thank you.